Welcome back again, everybody. Buddha is here. As always, we're going to take a look at exactly what we can do for the time being in Bitcoin as well as in cryptocurrencies. Welcome back, friends. I think my camera for this one is not working, but it's fine. We're going to take a look at what we can do for the time being in Bitcoin, right? And as well as cryptocurrencies. We got the blue pill, red pill, and as well as the orange pill chart that I want you guys to pay attention to in this episode today, because I think it is telling us one heck of a lot regarding what we are seeing in the global financial markets right now, and specifically the S&P 500 index, which has been going up because of the money printing, right? And also like giving out all this free money to all the people all over the world. So we're gonna obviously see a consequence of that, which is really bullish for Bitcoin. All right, let's straight up jump into it. Before we get into it, make sure to smash a like, subscribe to this channel. 2 episodes daily, one around 10:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time and one around 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And why don't we straight up jump into it? So the first things that I want to show you guys today is a really fascinating data points that really makes me more bullish than I have ever been in Bitcoin, because it tells you a different story. And the story is, look, you guys, maybe some of you watch Matrix and some of you did not, but you know, many people actually watch Matrix, which is a movie where Morpheus is basically offering a blue pill. Okay, there's a blue pill and there's also a red pill. And when you take a look at the blue pill and the red pill, they have two different meanings. Okay, red pill means that you are going to see the reality, and what the reality is basically looking like in the simulation that you are in. If you take a look at the blue pill, it's going to give you a different picture. It's going to be a different picture. So that blue pill, when you take a look at the S&P right now, seems to be only going up, right? It's going up tremendously because, because of all the money printing, because of all the things that we have done starting from 2008. If you take a look at the red pill, as you guys can see, starting from 2000s, actually, the market has been going down, okay? And that is looking at the S&P 500 index divided by the monetary base, or you can divide it by anything that you want. But what ratio is telling you is a different story, because that ratio is telling you, like, you know, exactly how we are behaving. Are we actually going up or are we actually going down? And how fast are we growing compared to all the monetary stimulus that we are doing starting from 2000s? And that is the key to understanding the orange pill, which is fascinating. And that tells you exactly what you need to be holding. That tells you exactly where the future is going to look like. And that tells you exactly how you can make a lot of money by investing into Bitcoin. And the charts are telling us that. You know, it's not bullshit. It's just a proven stats over here. The blue pill is telling you exactly what's going on in stock market. Red pill is telling you exactly what the reality is. And the orange pill, if you divide the Bitcoin's price with the red pill, that gives you the orange color. Yellow divided by the red is an orange pill. And we got the orange pill. It's a Neve pill. It's a Neve kind of pill. And that pill is really hard to swallow by the boomers. The people who are 40 years old to 50 years old to 60 years old to 70 years old cannot get their mind around this new technology. They cannot understand it. They don't have the capabilities to do it. They just do not have the willpower to actually go out of their way to understand it. Not all of them, but many of them. So that being the case, right now, when we take a look at this chart, we see one thing and only. We are dividing Bitcoin's USD price, which is supposed to be skyrocketing, and which has been, and divide that by monetary base, or M2 or M1 data points, which are economical data points that are telling you exactly how much money is being circulating, or what Fed is doing with the economy. So when you pay attention to it, you get a couple of points over here. And the first point is that we are in the biggest bull market that we have ever been. First off, the second off, this is a major buying location for all the institutions, for all the companies, for all the countries, and for everybody. And that's a fact in my book. Because right now in this chart, when we take a look at this chart, guys, it's no bullshit. This made us call the bottom. This is the secret to fucking Bitcoin's chart, and we talk about this for a long time, and this is it staring at us. And I don't talk about this that often, you know. You gotta be, I'm in the right mood today to talk about it. I don't know why, you know. But look, let's talk about it. Bitcoin, orange pill, inflation adjusted chart, tremendous buying opportunity. Right in this moment, we are receiving it in our eyes. And you guys are telling me we're going to go into a war. You guys are telling me the Fed is going to increase the rates. You guys are telling me we got to sell all the risk assets that we own. Is that what you are really telling me? Because I'm doing the exact opposite of it. And I'm glad you are doing that way, because if you are doing it, I'm probably on the right side of the market. I'm sorry. That's how the markets work. So, that being the case, either you swallow it or don't swallow it. The charts don't lie. And the ratios, they don't lie. If you take a look at a lot of different points right now, I'm seeing a massive buying opportunity. We have a massive buying opportunity right now staring at us, and nobody wants to take advantage of it. And everybody wants to turn into a next Michael Burry. They want to bet against the market. That's what they want to do. They're scared. They want to sell. We can see that from the fear greed indexes. We can totally see it. So you can't technically argue against it. You can't argue against the facts, can you? You can't. The data doesn't lie. And right now, I'm glad everybody's telling me Bitcoin is going to tank. I love it. I love every single minute of it. I want to hear it more. I want to hear from people who wants to sell, more, and I want to buy more. You know, that's the kind of mentality I'm talking about. Okay, it's like no pain, no gain kind of mentality. You got to keep buying the dip. Just keep buying the dip, and it just keeps dipping on you, but you just survive through it. You know. And that's what I like, because that's the way to play the game sometimes. You're not going to find out the bottom exactly, you know. It's just like generally it's a lot easier to carve out the bottom if you have a $1 billion portfolio that you are managing, or like billions of dollars that you are managing, right? It's like if you are managing like $100 billion, it's like, how are you going to get into Bitcoin? You want everybody to dump on you. That's literally it. No pain, no gain, man. Just keep dumping on me, man. I'm going to eat you alive. That's the mentality. And by the time they get back in it, there's no enough fucking Bitcoin to get back in it. The price fucking skyrockets. We make it accepted all over the world. Everybody, all the countries entering in, but the price is already pumped like crazy, and you fucking own the world now by owning Bitcoin. That's what I'm talking about. That's where it's going to go to. So you telling me as a country, you telling me as a person, you don't want to invest into an asset that you can't get your mind around. And I give it to you because maybe you're not smart enough to understand it. But you know what? Nobody needs to be smart enough to understand it. All you got to do is do a little bit of research. I heard about Bitcoin back in like 2011 the first time. And the first time I heard it, you know why I didn't get into it? Because I was lazy as fuck. Okay, that's why I didn't get into it. If I did get into it, I'd be fucking making so much money right now that I can't even imagine. And this is a classical story. We were all lazy fucks who did not do their research and who did not get into it. That's a simple story. And I was young too at the time. You know, it's like a long time ago for me now. I wasn't fucking, you know, I don't know how old I was, but I was pretty young. But anyway, so... And if you're still not doing your research about it, after like Michael Burry, after like Michael Saylor get into the game, after like Elon Musk is talking about it, we got the twin brothers, we got Sam, we got like all these OGs, all these like red-eye people getting into the ecosystem right now, talking about it on a day-to-day basis and building products around it, even though their products could be shit, but they're still helping out the ecosystem. They're doing something, you know, they're doing something, and that's all that matters. They're doing something that's good for it, and you may want to argue it's good or bad, but it's mostly good, and that's good. That's good. If it is mostly good, then that's good for the ecosystem, so we are all in the same page. Doesn't matter where you're standing at. It's true with the altcoin people. You know, I'm not talking about only the maxis. Now, I'm also talking about the altcoin people who like altcoins. Who are the maxis? They just like Bitcoin. But the people who also like the altcoins, they are also bringing out people to the ecosystem, which is a phenomenal thing, because all the cryptocurrency market cap is also orange pill. You know, some of them are like scam projects, obviously, but it's bringing up people to the ecosystem, understanding what's right, what's wrong, what is good, what is bad, and that's really what that matters. And it's true with the NFT world as well, and the metaverse games, and also metaverse products that we are creating. It's also bringing up people from a environment which is a blue pill environment to the orange pill environment, which is exactly what we want to do, because we are going to be the next. This is going to be a generational wealth transfer, and we haven't really seen it. You know, this thing that the money that you made right now, guys, is nothing. I'm telling you, it's nothing. You haven't really seen the real money yet. I'm talking about billions and billions of dollars, and these guys are running the exchanges to go for fucking becoming a trillionaire. I'm talking about Michael Saylor to become a trillionaire. You know, that's what I'm talking about. I'm talking about the shift in the ecosystem, and it's going to be a massive one. And the only ones who are entering it in the right time is going to make that money. And that's happening in front of our eyes. So if you have anybody who owns a lot of Bitcoin, you better, you know, keep an eye on him, you know, because he may like end up in 5 years turning into this trillionaire, and he can help you out a little bit, you know. You may want to be careful with that, you know. But anyway, so that's exactly what I see the game to be turning into. So if you do not want to, you know, if you want to miss this wave, you can miss it, but I'm not going to miss it, and we should not be missing it. And I'm not only talking about Bitcoin. Okay, I'm not only talking about Bitcoin. I'm talking about the entire system to be building on, you know, decentralized blockchains. That's what I'm talking about. Even the government coins, even the other coins to be building on top of these infrastructure. Maybe not so, like, maybe not initially, but in the future, we're gonna build out crazy systems around these Web 3.0, the NFT wave, the blockchains and everything, which is gonna be too late for you to enter into if you cannot get your mind around it. So if you're a boomer, you gotta make your research about it. If you do not know enough English, you gotta learn English. You got to learn all these things to catch that wave and make a bunch of money, and also change a lot of people's lives. You know, if you don't care about money, that's fine. You can change a lot of people's lives by building products around and services that are actually helping out other humans, because it's not on a centralized network. It's on a decentralized network. So nobody can shut you down. You know, you can still give the data, you know, just to make the world a little bit safer. You know, it's not probably a bad thing to do. You know, it may not be, maybe. I'm not going to go into the argument over here, you know, because it's something that we never experienced before. So obviously it can be really bad, it can be really good, who knows. The point of the matter is, by building, you know, more decentralization, we are getting the power from you know, one person, and we are distributing to it. And if it is end up working out, you know, that's fine. You know, if it works out, that's fine. If it doesn't, then, you know, maybe we got to go back into a better system. So we're going to test those systems out, and that's the most important thing. That's how we innovate, you know. That's how we, you know, basically live the life a lot more freer, not by people dictating us that we got to go in to take this vaccine, not by dictating, well, not by, you know, people in Twitter or like social media platforms or YouTube to telling us that, hey, we got to shut this motherfucker down because he's telling a story that is contrary to our narrative and we don't like him. That's not how the fucking game works. You got to let the people talk. That's how we win. If you are in, you know, if you have a better analysis of the world that we are living in, then you got to prove that to the world so that they believe in you. That's the game, not by shutting them down. Everybody needs to talk. You know, if they talk bad about you, reply them back. Tell them they are wrong, you know. You know, if you have something that you got to hide, then you're not going to let people talk about things. You know, that's the simple psychology that you're going through. So why are you shutting people down? You know, sometimes it may be good or bad, who knows. The point of the matter is we got to create a more free world. And that's the most important thing. More free world, more, you know, more opportunities for everybody. And this is coming from Bitcoin. It is the first step. It is going to happen. Either you like it or don't like it, it's going to happen. And that's why we are here. And that being the case, we got IRS coming out of nowhere and telling us that we will not tax unsold stake crypto as income. This is tremendous, guys. Oh man, look at this. US is into this. The US is going to go bulls deep into this. They are doing the right thing. And I love it. I love it. I love every single minute of it. I'm glad they are doing the right thing, because the other, you know, countries are going to follow them left and right, and we're going to go into this environment where we're going to see Bitcoin to skyrocket like crazy. You telling me right now that I got to sell my Bitcoin again? What are you telling me? That's not what's happening, man. We are at the bottom. We are closer to the bottom than the top. If you ask me, that's my honest opinion. This is too hard to, you know, turn for the upside anymore. People are really invested into the ecosystem right now. They are going balls deep. Okay? You know, we got the institutions going balls deep. We got countries going balls deep. We got all these retail people going balls deep. That's why we are seeing left and right liquidations. Okay, they are getting liquidated. People are stealing their money. But you know what? That same people, they are staking their Bitcoin. They are buying it at spot. They are holding it because they know that by the time, if nobody wants to sell it, and if every country in their you know, mother wants to buy it, every retail, every person is accepting this currency now with the Lightning networks, and they can tax it too. Oh my goodness, it's going to go skyrocket in prices. And it's going to be the primary way for the third world countries to store their wealth, because they don't have access to stocks. And who's going to own this Bitcoin ecosystem? The people who are entering it. And you know who created it? Probably the people who are already running the world. So congratulations. You couldn't switch the system now. But you know what? That's how the game works anyways. They know how to fucking, you know, do a technology back in 2009, so they can probably read your mind and estimate your moves a lot easier than anybody else could do. So what can you do? Might as well become a part of it and make a bunch of money with it, you know, ride it for the upside. You're not going to change Bitcoin. It's like, it's going to be tough. You're going to create your shitcoins and it's not going to be worthless. That's what they want you to think. Maybe there's a way to do it. Who knows? Who knows? But as long as you are making the world a lot more freer and also helping out people, I think that's all that matters. And that's why I'm not maximalist. You know, I'm just an opportunist. And I hope you guys can see the opportunity as well as I do. And I hope we can all make a bunch of money with it, but also support the system, which is better than the blue pill system, where we are being dictated these false narratives, and we can switch that a little bit to make the game more fun. That being the case, I will see you guys on another video tonight around 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time to go over the altcoins that, you know, people ask me in the chat. Love you all. Take it easy for now.